Hey everyone, welcome to RevTrevNFL. I love doing Packers content. I am a faithful, diehard Green Bay Packers fan for my entire life. Love this team, love the direction, believe wholeheartedly that the future is bright in Green Bay. The future is bright. And today we're going to be talking about, we're zoning in and we're talking about in Gute We Trust. In Gute We Trust. Absolutely. As we approach this offseason, I just want to remind Packers fans, like, this is the guy we can trust who is doing a good work. Now, there are decisions that he makes that are sometimes head scratchers, but if you watch the long haul, you've known that he has nailed his picks, nailed his signings, and I mean, he has been fantastic, and I just absolutely love what management is doing for the most part. Okay, now I'm just a fan who's just passionate. I'm a diehard, faithful, but listen, today we're going to be talking about the draft, free agency, and the makeup of this team. But I just want to remind us that Gute knows what he's doing. Now, I don't always know what he's doing. It doesn't always make sense to me, but if you just wait long enough, you see the plan and you see the success on the field. And at the end of the day, it's a great time to be a Green Bay Packers fan. We've had 30 years of Hall of Fame quarterbacks, and we've already got another franchise quarterback. If he continues to play like this, he'll be Pro Bowl. He'll be, in the running for MVP. He'll be we'll be competing for Super Bowls, and possibly he'll be in the Hall of Fame as well. So this is just a great time to be a Green Bay Packers fan. Even though there's been a lot of ups and downs this last season, in 5 games we fixed the entire offense. And this team looked dreadful. This team looked terrible. And then all of a sudden they turned around and became one of the best, most dangerous teams in the NFL, the youngest NFL team to ever make the playoffs. So that's what we have to remind ourselves when we go into this conversation, because Gutekunst has been around enough to know and to earn our trust. Now, before we continue, let me just remind you, everyone, that I'm trying to grow the channel. And so I'd really appreciate any support from any of you here. Please hit that like and subscribe button. And as you can see here, I'm on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok now. And please, can you just go, like, if you're in one of these things, can you just go and hit that like and follow? I'm trying to produce I am producing passionate and realistic Packers content. So please take the time to do that, because I love interacting with people. I love having a conversation. I love making Packers content and NFL content. That's why I'm called RevTrevNFL. And so, as you can see, I'm a diehard. So let's just get into this big, huge conversation for a moment. I'll throw this up here so it's a little easier to see. But I want to talk about specifically this one thing. I believe that the NFC North will be better as a whole next year. Detroit's already very good, okay? Very good, Detroit is. Detroit is so good. And the Bears went from a 3-win team to a 7-win team, have got Keenan Allen, other pieces they've added. I've been impressed with their offseason, everyone. And so you have the NFC North that is still strong. Then Minnesota, who a lot of us think are in shambles, but honestly, and I know this is a big piece, so I want to just premise this, they're one quarterback away from being a great team. And I do not understand why they did not keep Kirk Cousins. Okay, it baffles me that they didn't do that. I do not think Sam Darnold is going to be the starting quarterback for very long in Minnesota. Okay, they're going to do, but everything else they've improved their defense, they've improved their offensive their offense with getting Aaron Jones. And so if they get a quarterback, they're going to be dangerous. And then Green Bay is for real. We're legit. We're incredible. And so this is going to be, I think the NFC North will be the best division in football this season. So when I say that I think Green Bay is going to do well, I do not disrespect the other teams in saying that. I believe that the Bears will get better. Whether they have Caleb or Justin, it literally does not matter to me. For this next season, they are going to be better. But will they be better than us? And that's where I'm like, absolutely not. They're not going to be better than us. So, but let's talk quickly about the Packers free agency. I'll just take this down for a moment. So, when you think about Packers free agency, like people are like, oh, who are we going to get in free agency? I'm like, my answer is always the same. Nobody. Because we don't go get free agents. We just don't. Like, if you think about it, players like players that we get, it's just shocking if we even get anyone of significance in free agency. But then we go out and we get Xavier McKinney and Josh Jacobs. And like the McKinney signing reminds me of the Charles Woodson signing. Reminds me of I was hoping we would get Chris Jones, right? Because last time we did something like that, we went and they of course Kansas City going to keep him, but Chris Jones is like Reggie White, right? Reggie White changed the face of our defense and our franchise, and so I think Chris Jones is one of those kind of players. But if you compare McKinney to, he's only 24 years old. He's elite. If you go watch his highlights, you're just like, wow, he's a difference maker. He causes turnovers. He's tough to play against. 24, elite at 24. Like, this is absolutely stellar that we actually did something, and not just did something. It was a splash. Now, we're going to get into, excuse me, because signing both of these guys, two big names, is absolutely insane, everyone. Absolutely insane. And by doing that and letting go of the guys we let go, and of course we're going to miss Bach, but he has not been healthy for us. Campbell, who really, if we're honest, had one great season. It was a Pro Bowl season, his first season. And I'm not saying he's a bad player, but again, walking through injuries, we let these guys go. Runyon just got way too much money. Like, it is what it is, okay? Good player, but we're going to still keep going. We're going to replace people like this, and we're going to keep moving in the right direction. This team is very good as it is. And there's going to be a draft coming up. This is insane that we signed two big names in free agency. Two. When's the last time we did this? It feels like forever ago, right? And by doing this, the Packers got younger. Are you kidding me right now? We got younger? We got younger. The youngest team to ever make the NFL playoffs just got younger and potentially better just from free agency. Now, I want to talk a little bit about Aaron Jones and Josh Jacobs and A.J. Dillon. I just want to remind you that I did make a video called Why, and regarding Josh Jacobs and Aaron Jones. You can watch it on my channel. Go check that out. But I've had time now to relax. Now, Aaron Jones, I absolutely love him as a running back. As a person, incredible person. Absolutely love Aaron Jones. And I want to declare that I'm going to miss watching him play. I'm sad that he's not a Green Bay Packer. Okay. I get it. It bothers me that he went to Minnesota. I'm surprised he didn't go to Dallas, but apparently Dallas doesn't pay huge money for running backs, which they should. Aaron Jones is from, I think, El Paso, Texas, I believe. Grew up watching the Cowboys. Now, he also played destroying the Cowboys. Why wouldn't you go sign him? But no, they don't do that because they're waiting for Derrick Henry. Lost out on Derrick Henry as well. Plus, if I was them, I would have gone for Jones because Texas boy, come on. And he will have a longer career than Derrick Henry will from this point. He's 29. Derrick Henry's 30. Why did they do that? I do not know. But it does bother me that Aaron Jones went to Minnesota. That bothers me. He's unrivaled. But I love this kid. It's young man, I should say. Love this young man. He's incredible. Gonna miss him a lot. But now that is over. It's over now, okay? Josh Jacobs. Let's talk about Josh Jacobs. If you had told me we're releasing Aaron Jones, who would you want? I would tell you this. I want either Josh Jacobs or Derrick Henry. That's who I'd want in Green Bay. And if we got Derrick Henry, we wouldn't need A.J. Dillon anymore because they're the same kind of type player. We need to go draft a running back. But I would say I probably would have leaned for Josh Jacobs. To me, I mean, Eckler would have been nice too. But if you think about it, he's only 26 years old. This kid 2 years ago led the NFL in rushing. Now, I'm not telling you anything that you don't already know, okay? But here's the thing about Josh Jacobs that's absolutely stellar is he even had a good season last year with the debacle of Vegas. Terrible quarterback play, multiple quarterbacks. The coaching was awful. People got fired left, right, and center. And listen, Josh Jacobs is going to fit in this system like you wouldn't believe. I think if you're in fantasy football, you're probably wanting to go and pick up Josh Jacobs. You might be able to get him for a little cheaper right now. Once the season starts, I'm telling you right now, I think Josh Jacobs is going to be the difference maker. He is going to play lights out football. Now, is he better than Aaron Jones? Probably not, or he's very similar. I just think at the end of the day, sometimes we like to say, this guy's better than this. Maybe it's just a lateral move. We kept him, got cheaper, right? It got younger, and the contracts got cheaper. And then we kept A.J. Dillon, which I'm very excited about. I was so worried having this jersey. I'm like, oh, man, A.J. Dillon, I mean, he hasn't panned out the way we had hoped. I mean, he did have 7 touchdowns 2 seasons ago. Last year, he struggled with some injuries. I still love watching A.J. Dillon play. A.J. Dillon is fantastic. Now, he struggled last year, granted, absolutely. I still believe in this guy. I want the quad father on our team. He's awesome in my books. So if you think about you're going into the season and it's Josh Jacobs and A.J. Dillon, I don't think we're going to miss a beat. We're not going to miss a beat, everyone. And so I'm absolutely pumped about that. So just wild to think. Like, yes, I'm sad that Aaron Jones gone. I'm now getting excited to watch Josh Jacobs. Been watching a lot of his highlights. He makes people miss. The only thing that Josh Jacobs does not do is catch receiving touchdowns. He catches the ball almost similar amounts as Aaron Jones. He rushes the ball really well. We did not downgrade. In my opinion, it was a lateral move, and maybe it was an upgrade because he's 3 years younger. Now, the thing about Aaron Jones and Josh Jacobs and really A.J. Dillon, can they stay healthy? That's the big. If they can stay healthy, they'll be fantastic. Okay, so let's talk about the Packers draft team or the team needs, and who they should be drafting. So Packer team, and this is where Gute, by the way, good work, Gute, getting Josh Jacobs and and A.J. Dillon signed. Well done. But I'm thinking that we'll need a cornerback. We always need O-line. We'll now need a middle linebacker and probably another safety on the other side, right? Because we lost a number of guys. I just have this feeling we're going to go there. If there's anyone else that you think that we should be getting, like what kind of what position we should be going after, please post. I mean, always a defensive line. It's always good to go get another defensive lineman to go and battle for the quarterback. Okay, so the big question is, who do you think Gute will draft? This is people are asking this question. They're making videos. I'll probably end up making a video or two on this. Okay, but who will Gutekunst draft? Post in the comments who you think we should draft. Okay, I would love to get your input. I'll start doing some studying on the people that you post, and I'm gonna make some stuff on there. But I want to tell you something regarding this. Gute knows what he's doing. Look at his track record, everyone. Look at his track record, because I don't know who he's going to draft. Okay, if we look at his track record. People that he drafted, I'm like, are you kidding me right now? Who's that? Right? Who's that? But he knows what he's doing. Now, will Gute bat 1,000% on free agency in the draft? No, nobody does that. But he has such a high percentage, everyone. It's insane. And if you just look, not only 2020, he drafted Jordan Love. I was so angry. I was so ticked off. He also drafted A.J. Dillon in that draft. Listen, I was wrong. Gute was right. Gute knew what he was doing. So it's not that I blindly follow him, but I'm just saying his track record is he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing, everyone. Let's remind ourselves this. I want to show you this graphic, okay? This is just last year alone. At the first pick, Green Bay Packers fans were convinced that we were going to draft wide receiver JSN, and we didn't. And you know what? I knew that we weren't draft. We never draft a wide receiver in the first round. If we do that this year, I'm going to be shocked. Trust me. There will be no one more shocked than me if we draft a wide receiver this year. We're not drafting a wide receiver because we never do. We don't have to. We went after Van Ness. I didn't even know who Van Ness was. I'd heard his name, didn't do any research. I did not think we were going after him. He went totally off the board. And if Van Ness turns into Clay Matthews, we hit the lottery, everyone. I'm telling you right now. He is chiseled. He's got potential. That D-line caused trouble for a lot of people. I love watching Lucas Van Ness track down Justin Fields, Patrick Mahomes. There was some good moments. I think he's going to improve. Then we got Lucas Musgrave and Tucker Kraft, which I was still shocked that we went after two tight ends, and now we can see why. Both of them are absolutely fantastic. What a year for tight ends to be drafted, okay? But the reason why I'm so glad we did not draft JSN is because of Jayden Reed. Now, I'll be completely honest with you. I did not know who Jayden Reed was at all. He wasn't on my radar. There were so many other guys that I was hoping that we would get. And Gutekunst nailed that pick. Who would you rather have, JSN or Jayden Reed? It's a conversation, isn't it? And a lot of Packers fans would say Reed, and it's not close. Now, I think JSN would have been excellent in our system. I'm not saying he would have been a bad pick. I think he would have been very good. Don't get me wrong. I think he's going to have a good career. But Jayden Reed has been lights out. Unbelievable. Look at this team that drafted Wooden. We got Clifford as a backup quarterback. You know, people are like, well, why did we need him? Like, you know what? The Redskins drafted was it the first overall pick or the top 3 pick, whatever it was that they got, Robert Griffin III. They also that year drafted Kirk Cousins. So there's sometimes, and I'm not saying that Clifford is better than Jordan Love, But I'm thinking he saw the value and what we saw. I'm very impressed as a backup quarterback. If Jordan Love ever goes down, I actually think that Clifford's going to walk in and do well. I think he's going to do well. Now, I hope we don't have to see that, but that's a possibility. Got him in the 5th round. Listen, Dontavian Wicks went in the 5th round, everyone. That was one of the picks last year I was most excited about. Carl Brooks came to play, had some moments. Carlson, I'm hoping that he pans out as a kicker. He had a couple of shaky moments last year, but he's still young. Going to give him some chance. But Valentine, listen, 7th round Valentine. You have Valentine and Ballantyne as your cornerbacks. I'm telling you right now, this future is bright. In Gutekunst we trust. This is absolutely insane. That's just last year's draft. Even if we just hit on half our draft picks, our team's going to get even better. And that's where we're at, everyone. That's where we're at. This team is stellar. It's studly. I mean, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So Andy's in the room saying Wisconsin Badger game happening right now. By the FYI. Okay, cool. That's great. 3 of us may tie at 10 and 7. Yeah. So when we were talking about the NFC North, absolutely. There are a lot of good teams this year. I know he doesn't believe in the Vikings at all. So as you can tell, I'm all in on the Green Bay Packers. I believe in this franchise, but I believe in Gutekunst and what he can do. He does a great job. Now, does he always do we let good people go sometimes? For sure. But he understands football. He puts together teams that win. And I'm excited about the future. In fact, I believe with the trajectory we're going that we can win a Super Bowl sooner than later. I'm hoping that it's this year, but I think sooner than later we're gonna win a Super Bowl, and I'm very excited about it. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, everyone. Follow all my channels, RevTrevNFL on YouTube, on X, which is Twitter, and Facebook and TikTok. Hope you have a fantastic day. And of course, always, go Pack, go. What now?
Oh,
yes! Yes! Woo-hoo-hoo!
Green Bay, represent! There we go. What?